What's up, guys? My name is Lauren and welcome back to my channel where we talk about money and mindset as well as my family's own journey to pay off six-figure debt. Today we are jumping right into our November budget for 2022. We are basically at the end of the year. This year has gone by so fast, and I am going to go over our family budget for our family of four to show you where exactly all of our income is going this month. And I do want to give you guys a little bit of a life update, not really life update, but just kind of check in on some things, but I'm going to put that at the end of the video. So stay tuned all the way to the end if you want to hear kind of behind the scenes what's going on in the day-to-day of my life right now. So total income that we're expecting for this month is $7,736. We are expecting potentially to get some money back from the state because our state announced that they are giving rebates for a surplus. So that should come in November, but I didn't put in the budget because until that money hits my bank account, I don't want to count it as part of our budget. So anyway, yeah. This month, we, for Pay Yourself First, are budgeting $445 for my Roth IRA. We do have until April of 2023 to max that out, but I'm trying my best to get as much in there as soon as possible because the stock market is down right now, and so it's a good time to invest, and just in general, trying to max that out as soon as possible, and so we can move on to the 2023 Roth IRA when we are in 2023. So yeah, total for investing for after tax is $445, and by the way, this is my net budget spreadsheet. If you like this spreadsheet, you can get it for yourself in my Etsy shop, which will be linked below. It comes with a net and gross budget spreadsheet, but this month I am using the net. So next, for debt payments, we have two payments scheduled. One is the minimum payment on my husband's student loan, which is $830, and the next is an extra debt payment of $20 for a total of $850. This is the last debt on our debt-free journey, and I was paying more extra to this debt earlier in the year, but I really feel like investing is more of a priority because this is such a low interest debt. It's 2.8% interest when inflation is at 8%, and you can get 3% interest on a high-yield savings account right now. 2.8% just seems incredibly low, and I hate to put extra money into a debt that's that cheap right now. So yeah, $850. We're still putting a little bit extra, but I'm going to keep talking with my husband about this to figure out what we're going to do in 2023, if we're going to start putting bigger payments towards it or not. I've talked about how we're planning to sell our house in 2023, and that may or may not be happening now. Anyway, let's move on to the expenses. For the expenses this month, we have our fixed expenses, so our condo fee, mortgage, life insurance, internet, home security, car insurance, cell phone, and Spotify, and then three variable expenses: groceries, gas. $200 has been working well for us for gas. I'm still using the app Upside, and that does help us save maybe 10 or 15 cents per gallon when I fill up. So I'll link that in the video description if you want to check it out. I do have a link for you guys where you save an extra amount off your first fill up. It changes here and there, so I'll have to see what the deal is, but I'll link that in the description if you want to get the app as well. And then for miscellaneous, it's just $50 that we put in there to cover any miscellaneous expenses. So total for expenses, we've budgeted $3,816. Finally, for sinking funds, which is my favorite part of the budget because it's just, before we did sinking funds, our budget was just such a mess. We always had hundreds of dollars of miscellaneous expenses that we weren't prepared for every month because there's always these things that come up. And then I started tracking them and realized they fill into very specific categories, and yeah, just sinking funds have allowed us to save every month for things that don't come up every month. So that's why I really love them. So first of all, emergency fund, we're not putting money in there this month, and we're not putting money into our vacation fund. You'll see this is a new line item in our sinking funds. We depleted our FSA, so that's a flex spending account that comes out of my husband's paycheck for pre-tax medical. And so we've had a lot of medical expenses this year, so we've depleted that. That had, I think, $2,700 or so. So I am going to be putting some money into a medical sinking fund to cover the rest of the expenses we have for medical for the rest of the year. And I'm going to keep this next year because I realize now, as a family of four, our deductible for everyone, if everyone hits their deductible, it's only $750 because my husband's employer has a good plan and they cover part of it for us. But I didn't think about the fact that besides the deductible, we've also got copays and just other random stuff that doesn't fall under the deductible, like contacts or dental work and stuff like that. So I will be keeping this as a line item next year as well, and trying to get at least $2,000 or $3,000 in here next year to make sure that we have plenty to cover any medical expenses after we deplete our FSA. We do have an HSA, which is a health savings account, which is a little different than the FSA because the HSA is like our money that we get to keep and invest for medical. But I did invest the balance of that account, and so we have like $2,600 in there, but I kind of count that as retirement funds now. So definitely want to put some money aside for medical, so we're all set for that going forward. So that's the plan. For my husband's spending and my spending, we are each getting $200 next month, and my daughters each get $100. For kids' activities / preschool, we set aside $1,000. That covers everything that we need for that category. And then my cat Miles, he gets $200 for his everything that he needs, food, his pet insurance and medication and vet visits and all that. That's been working out really well. Gifts, we were putting aside $100. I don't think we really have any gifts to buy for the rest of the year, but I'm going to keep putting money aside in this fund because, you know, there's always those like random birthdays or graduations or, you know, like wedding showers or things you get invited to. And so it's just nice to have money set aside for those types of things. If you don't remember, like, an event that you need to get a gift for, you've got that money all set aside. Next, for car maintenance, I put aside $75. We haven't had a lot of car maintenance lately, so I'm hoping it stays that way, but it's just good to have a little bit of money building up for car maintenance. House maintenance, we are putting aside $150. It really should be more, but yeah, I just want to invest in my Roth IRA. So we're just putting $150 for now, and so we have at least something in there. And then for utilities, $400 a month has been working out well. We'll see going into this winter how much heating costs have gone up since last year. I know with inflation, things continue to go up, so hopefully $400 will cover it still. And then finally, for kids' birthdays / Christmas, we are putting aside $100. So total to sinking funds this month is $2,625. So you can see down here for our different categories, we've got 6% of our money going to pay yourself first, 11% going to debt, 49.3% going to expenses, and 33.4% going to sinking funds. So I really look forward to the day where this purple section's gone and it's just all yellow. We can put everything that we were putting to debt to investing, but for now we do have that debt payment, and it's just going to be so nice when that opens up in our budget. So that is my motivation for continuing to pay that down. There is a balance of, it's in the 70,000s. So there is a ways to go on that, but yeah, we'll get there. And yeah, so that's basically it. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I just wanted to check in with you guys. I have been less consistent with my posting. Before my baby was born, or my second baby in July, I was posting very consistently. I've posted very consistently for a really long time, every single Monday, and then sometimes an additional day, which would usually be Thursdays. And I have just not been able to do that lately. My older daughter does go to preschool, but it's part-time. It's 3 days a week for 4 hours, and when she's sick, she can't go, so I've got both the girls. So I've always got the baby with me during the week, and then I sometimes have just both girls all week if my daughter's too sick to go to school. So, and you guys know there's just so much going around, and she hasn't been around a lot of kids because of, you know, isolation and stuff the last 2 years for obvious reasons. So yeah, it's just been like very hectic during the week, during the day, and then on the weekends is just really nice to have family time, and at nights I'm just so tired that I can't get a lot done, or I don't even try to get anything done because yeah, I just go to bed as early as humanly possible because I know the night's going to be kind of rough with the newborn, and she's going through a sleep regression right now. So she was sleeping like a 6, 7, even 8 hour stretch some nights, and now she's back to like waking up every 2 to 3 hours. Although the past 2 nights she slept a 5 hour stretch again. So I'm hoping like that this is her coming out of that sleep regression, but you never know. It's just, you have to kind of go with the flow with this stuff. So yeah, I've just been prioritizing like my own health and mental health, and my mental health has been like not great lately, and I shared this on Instagram, but I don't know if I'm going through postpartum depression or like just sleep deprivation or a combination. I didn't have postpartum depression last time with my after my pregnancy, so I like I'm a little bit caught off guard by this and not really sure how to handle it, or like if it's technically postpartum depression or not. It's just I don't really know, so I'm working on figuring all that out. But overall, like I'm doing great. I'm really happy everybody's healthy, but I have had like just more difficult days lately and just not been in the mood to come on here and like push really hard to get content up. It's just not a priority right now. And then I get really mad at myself or like disappointed myself for not posting enough, or like I do really enjoy it. So it is like my one outlet to the outside world to do something like professionally and creatively. And so when I don't have that, it's kind of a bummer if I don't have time for it. So it's like just all kinds of mixed feelings right now around everything. Like my mind is just so scattered, and I just like every day just is, you never know what it's going to bring with the kids and with like where I'm at mentally, where my husband's going to be at, because he has so much on his plate, and we just honestly like have no help. Like it's just me and him against the world, like trying to take care of these two cute little girls and, you know, make sure we have enough to pay our bills and stay safe and do some fun things and, you know, have time to like work on our marriage and do individual therapy and just all the things that we've been working on for a long time. So yeah, I don't know if all this is like even making sense. I feel like it's very rambly, but I just kind of wanted to like put it out there and let you guys know why I haven't been posting as consistently. And again, like anytime I've posted inconsistently, everybody has been so gracious and understood like why I haven't been able to keep up with it, and it was like, take care of yourself. That's a priority. Take care of your family. Like we'll be here when you come back, when you post, and it's not a big deal. But I think part of it, like I mentioned, is just the consistency of having YouTube in my life is really good for my mental health. And so when I don't have time or energy to spend on it, it's hard because it's not just a job for me. It's like a hobby / passion turned into a job. And so I do really get like a lot from it. It's not just me like giving energy to it. It like gives me energy. So I am trying to fit it in when I can. And when that happens, great. I'm excited I can get some videos out for you guys. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you're still around, you listened to my whole rambly rant. Thank you for listening. I really appreciate your support for following my videos. I hope you enjoyed my video with this month's budget for November 2022. Hope you guys are doing well as we head into the winter months and the holidays and everything. It's a really nice time of year, but it's also kind of like a stressful time of year and can be, you know, bring up a lot of feelings for stuff around like family and just different dynamics and things. So yeah, it's fun and overwhelming, and hope maybe you guys can relate to that, but I am excited for it. And so we'll just keep pushing on, taking things one day at a time and trying to stay on budget with all of our spending heading into all the holidays. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this spreadsheet, it will be linked in the video description. And if you want to see more videos like these and follow along with our financial journey, hit that subscribe button, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.